The biggest Valentine ever. Let me turn this so the words are the right way. There we go. The biggest Valentine ever. Now, there are two friends who are mice. You guys see them here. They're going to end up fighting in this story because they disagree about something. So we're going to see how they solve their problem and what happens while they're making a Valentine. So here we go. The biggest Valentine ever. There they are working together. That is nice, people working together. Here we go. It says, once there were two mice who fell in love with the same Valentine, but it didn't start out that way. I wonder who these two little boys are in love with. You won't believe it.
Another mice.
Well, y'all shop. As biggest and best Valentine ever. Oh, thanks, sweetheart. I love you too. Yeah, like I'm your teacher. I love you too, sweetheart. So they're going to make the biggest and best Valentine to give to their teacher. Clayton cut out a big heart out of cardboard. Desmond made a heart-shaped hole in the middle. Desmond cut out some small pink hearts and pasted them around the hole. Then he added a few more. What does it mean if you paste something? If you paste something, that means you do what? If you paste two things together, what did you use?
You made a book.
Nope, not a book. What did you use? What do you use to paste? We don't really use that word very often anymore.
Glue.
Glue. To paste something means to glue it. It says Clayton glued glitter on the hearts. Then he glued on more glitter. And he stepped back. You put on too many hearts, Clayton said. Desmond was upset. Well, you put too much glitter on the hearts. Uh-oh. Now they're starting to argue and fight. You put too much glitter on. Well, you put on too much hearts. Uh-oh. Starting to disagree. Maybe instead of working together, they should have made their own one the way they wanted to. Let's see. Well, why did you put that hole, that heart-shaped hole in the middle? Asked Clayton. Well, I thought it looked nice, said Desmond. It doesn't look nice. It looks awful, yelled Clayton. I think it looks very nice, said Desmond, frowning. And they glared at each other. Ooh, they are not happy, sister. All right. Sorry, my loves, it went away for a second, but you guys are all back. I don't want to make a Valentine with you, yelled Clayton. Well, I don't want to make a Valentine with you either, said Desmond. Not right now, sweetheart. They tore their Valentine in half. I'm going to make my own Valentine, said Clayton. Well, and I'm going to make my own Valentine, said Desmond. Raise your hand. What do you think is going to happen when they go to make their own Valentines? What do you predict is going to happen?
I predict they're not going to fight anymore.
Oh, Jordan said she predicts they're not going to fight anymore if they make their own. What do you predict, Tamia?
I predict they will become friends and they will have their own Valentine.
Oh, Tamia said, I predict that they're going to still be friends and make their own Valentines. One more. Mason, what do you predict, sweetheart? Oh. Mason said he predicts that when they look at each other's Valentines, they're not going to like each other's Valentines. Let's see what happens. That night at dinner, Clayton's dad said, Son, you look sad. Can I help you? Clayton hung his head. He told his dad about the Valentine. When you hang your head like this, what does that mean? You're sad. That you made a mistake. Yeah, he realizes, oh, I probably shouldn't have yelled at him about the Valentine. And now we're mad at each other. So he told his dad. Clayton's dad thought for a moment. You guys may make nice Valentines on your own, but I think you would make a nicer Valentine together. So Dad's saying, I think you should go and try again. Try again. It says at that same time over at Desmond's house, Uncle Vernon said the same thing. So now his uncle's telling him the same thing. I think you guys could work together still to make a really nice Valentine. Do you think they can do it? Do you think they can work together? I don't know. Let's see what happens. Let's see. It says, but Clayton didn't listen to his dad. He marched back to his room and began to make his very own Valentine. He cut a big heart out of cardboard. He did not put a hole in the middle of it. He put pink hearts around the edge, but not enough pink hearts. So now he's making his own. Do you think he's going to like it as much? No, because it's much more fun when you get to work with one of your friends. Yeah, when you work with one of your friends, it's way more fun. So let's see if that's what happens. Then Clayton put glitter on the hearts, but it was too much glitter. He stepped back and looked at his Valentine, and it just wasn't right. At the same time, Desmond was making his very own Valentine. He cut a big heart out of cardboard, but he wasn't good at cutting big things. So the heart was lopsided. It was crooked. One side was big and the other side was little. So he put on way too much glitter, and his heart was lopsided. It was crooked looking. Yes, sweetheart. I heard you, sweetheart. It does kind of look like a tooth. All right. It says he made a neat heart-shaped hole in the middle, but then he put on way too many hearts. And he sprinkled on some glitter, but not enough glitter. Desmond stepped back and looked at his Valentine. It just wasn't right. When they look at their Valentines, they don't like them. Why don't they like their Valentines that they made? Why don't they like them, Caleb? Why didn't they like their Valentines that they made? The ones that they just made at their houses. Why didn't they like those nicer? Nope, they're not fighting at their house. Each one of them didn't like their own Valentine that they made. Why didn't they like them, Jordan?
Because they didn't work together.
They didn't get to work together. And each of them are good at different things, because it says, remember, that he wasn't good at cutting big things. And then he put on too much glitter or not enough hearts. So when you work together, it's way more. Not right now, my love. Talk to me in a little bit. Caleb, sit down on your bottom, please, so that Tamia can see. The next morning, Clayton and Desmond took the school bus. They sat far away from each other. But as they were getting off the bus, Desmond tripped on the stairs. He bumped into Clayton, and they fell down. Can you guys just come and sit in a square that's open, my loves? It's okay. Just leave that there, sweetheart. Just come sit in a square that's open. Come pick a square. So now they fell down. Zaya, honey, he's sitting in that square. Can you sit back in an orange one, sweetheart? Hi, sweetie. Come join, sweetheart. DeAndre, just go pick a square that's open, my love. I had them all scooch up while you guys were gone so that the children at home could see. So they fell off, they got off the school bus, and they bumped into each other and fell down. Then it says, I think we should try making our Valentine again, said Clayton. Yeah, no one ever said we couldn't, said Desmond. Oh, so now they're going to listen to their dad and their uncle, and now they're going to try again. They're going to try to work together again. Boys and girls who just got here from Mrs. Tabor. These two mice friends were fighting as they were making a heart together, a Valentine for their teacher, and then they got Maddie work. In art class, Clayton and Desmond put their heads together and came up with a plan. Then Clayton cut out the biggest, most perfect red heart anyone had ever seen, and they added a pink heart to fit right in the middle. So now they're working together, and they're going to talk about it instead of just putting hearts and glitters on wherever they want to.
That's huge.
It is huge. Just wait till you see what it looks like. Then Desmond, who was good at cutting small things, cut out some tiny pink hearts and pasted them onto the big heart. Remember, pasted means glued. Clayton added some glitter and cut out a bunch of other hearts. Desmond made a nose on one and a mischievous eye. Then they glued all the hearts together. What does it look like they are making? Raise your hand. So you see one part here, you see the next part over here. What does it look like they might be making? An eye and a mouth and a nose? What does it look like they're making, Tamia?
A mouse.
Yeah, looks like they're making a mouse. A giant mouse
Heart.
made out of hearts. Yep, for their teacher. Hold on, sweetheart. They stepped back to look at their card, and it was a giant Valentine mouse. Wow, said Clayton, we did it. Wow, said Desmond, we did it together. And they gave each other a high five. The kids here love it. They think it's great.
Oh my God.
All right, now,
It looks like a giant balloon.
now my loves are going to give it to their teacher. Let's see what she says. Okay, sweetheart, don't blurt, please, my love. They cut up, they're going to make it even more beautiful now. They cut up a lace doily and glued it around the edge. Then they wrote on their card in big letters, Happy Valentine's Day to Mrs. Mousley. We love you, Clayton and Desmond. Look at their beautiful mouse Valentine that they made special just for their teacher. Sweetheart, you need to sit in your square. They worked together. It's beautiful. They did a great job. Thank you, Ryan. Oh, then they carried their Valentine to the classroom very carefully, and they gave it to Mrs. Mousley. Oh, she clapped with delight, and the whole class cheered. It was the biggest Valentine ever, and it was also the best. Why was it the best Valentine? Why was it the best? Because what, Mason? Because they did it. Yeah, because they did it together. It's not the best because it looks the best. It looks very nice, but it's the best because they worked on it together. You got it, my sweets. The biggest Valentine ever. Our lunch is here. It is time for us to eat. I will see the rest of you at noon for math. Bye, my sweets. I marked you all present for school today. Thanks for joining. We'll see you soon for math at noon. Bye, guys.